final score, TNS 1, Wrexham 0. We've completed our second season in the Adran Premier. We follow up third place last year with fourth place this year. A draw would have kept us in third place. I don't think that matters, though. You look for progress from one season to another, and most definitely we have provided it this year. Not on the face of it, I suppose, a place lower down. We've reached the Welsh Cup final like we did last year, but our journey this season has really shown progress because, well, if we'd won at TNS, not only would we have secured third place, we also would have got more points in Phase 2 than any other team, which would have been a superb achievement. And the fact that we came so close to achieving that, I think tells you something. We have performed against the best sides, certainly in 2025. And it's a huge tribute, I think, to the work done by the team and around the team that we've managed to do that. If we can cap it all off by winning the Welsh Cup too, oh wow, that really make the point. This game, well, just like the two games we won in the league against TNS, was very entertaining and a fascinating tactical battle between a side with a clear way of playing and a side that had set itself up very well to stop them doing that. It was really, really interesting. This one went against us, and on balance of play, although both sides had good chances, and we had some big chances just before the own goal of the game was scored late on, I think you've got to admit, fair enough, TNS, who earned their highest ever position in the Adran Premier themselves, were fair value for the win. And if only because Del Morgan. So Del Morgan had her last league appearance of her career, and my goodness, what a performance. I can't remember who it was. Somebody on Ask Wrexham said she's a human highlight reel. She was. It was an amazing performance by her. And in acknowledging that, and in particular her duel with Lexi Jones, you really have to acknowledge TNS could have scored more than one goal. But we could have done as well. It was a good game. And just to set it out then, because this was key in the early stages and has been in our duels between these two teams. I mean, TNS play really nice passing football. They're a constructive team. They move the ball quickly. They have pace up front. They like to play it out from the back. We are a really well organised pressing team. We are so good at stopping teams who want to play out from the back. And so that's often how these games go. And we started off pressing like crazy. The opening 10 minutes were fascinating. Maybe go even further, about 15 minutes, because in terms of balance of play and how you would want things to go, we were nailing it. TNS was struggling to get out from their own half. They were playing short goal kicks, and then we were turning the ball over really quickly. It was a brilliant execution of a meticulous game plan. However, we didn't actually make any real chances, despite the fact we constantly looked like we were about to during that period. And actually, and again, this is the fascination of football and the fascination of the matchup between these two teams, where I think our styles complement each other well. They were the side creating clear chances, despite the fact that it was going our way, because the one moment they could open up a gap, they broke so effectively. And in attack, they are a really good side. They take advantage of situations, and like I said, they've got pace up front, and they'll get extra bodies into the box to take advantage when there's a breakaway. And indeed, they had the first chance of the match. 4th minute, Chantal Tier, who was very impressive down the right hand side, made a hell of a scrap with Erin Lovett, managed to get past her, put in a cross. Phoebe Davis was able to get a foot to that to clear it. Lewis picks the ball up and tries a shot from just outside the box. She doesn't get hold of it properly, but it falls perfectly for Lexi Jones. Left channel, 10-15 yards out, takes a touch, turns and drills in the shot, and it's the first terrific save in a string of saves by Del Morgan, pretty much all from Jones, although maybe the best one, as I'll mention, is from a different player, as we'll get to in a bit. Brilliant save, parrying the close range shot, and when the ball comes back in, there's chaos in the box, and Morgan comes and brings control and sanity with a good punch as well, and ultimately the attack peters out. It's just the start from her. It is just the start. There's danger again when the ball is picked up down the right hand side, and Tia does really well again, works the ball in to Havard, who's just outside the 6-yard box in the central position. She doesn't get proper contact on her shot, and it dribbles just wide of the left post. And the reason she doesn't get good contact is excellent defending from Phoebe Davis, who gets touch tight on her, and of course she's robust, and she puts physical pressure on it and forces Havard to take a bit of a swing at it and not be able to get contact on the ball properly. Like I said, all this time, these are seriously presentable chances deep in the penalty area, and yet we are looking better overall, if you will. We're continuing to create not openings but not chances. We are continuing to press well, and we can seem to disrupt TNS. We get our first opportunity in the 25th minute. A free kick in midfield. Lily Jones typically puts it into a good area. Abby Hindon attacks it and makes a good contact. There's plenty of pace on the free kick, and so she looks to direct it with a little glancing header down inside the right hand post. Good save, lunging low to her left by Hayden Jones to push the ball clear, and TNS survive their first scare. A couple of minutes later, we threaten once more. This time, great piece of play by Rosie Hughes in midfield. She turns and lays a pass nicely on for Lily Jones. She looks to play in and clears. Important interception in midfield by Thomas, but Lily Jones typically pounces on the loose ball, drives past the TNS midfielder, and then pulls a ball into the goal mouth and just can't quite reach it. A moment of real promise, and we actually have the last chance of the half, and it's from a TNS goal kick. Hindon puts pressure on the defence centre-back, who has gone wide for it, forces a bit of a hopeful ball forwards, which actually hits a TNS player, but under pressure, Cairns doing really well to do that and win the ball back. Finds Hindon on the right side. Hindon rips in a vicious cross into that cliched area where you're not quite sure if the keeper should come for it, and the defenders don't want to get a touch because it could be an own goal. Rosie Hughes, of course, hurls herself at it. She's a fraction short of getting there in close range. The goalkeeper does well to come charging out as well, and I think it's important she does that. And all that happens in the end is that they collide. Hayden Jones takes more of a knock than Hughes, but they're both okay to continue. So Wrexham starting to make more threats. So the first half, I would say, belongs to Wrexham, really. To be fair to TNS, they do well in the opening stages of the second half. They have a chance early on, which comes from one of our free kicks. They break on us quite well a couple of times from our set pieces. Francis Jones feeds the ball forwards. Now, I've got to say, having looked back at the footage, Lexi Jones is offside. It's a tight call. I'm not trying to call out the lines when they only have one chance to see it. It's a tight call. She is offside, and she's completely clear down the middle of the Wrexham half. Carries it to the edge of the box, hits the shot. Morgan, brilliant again. Stands up really well. Forces Jones to try and hit the corners, and then gets a good parry to put it in for the corner. The subsequent corner is punched behind for another corner, and more decisive work by Morgan, controlling her penalty area. And when that one is swept in, Baker has a real chance about 8 yards out. It's a free header. She's a bit unsighted, I think, by players jumping it in the near post, and she heads it over. It's a proper chance. But TNS continue after that to put pressure on us, and they're starting to be able to get out of their half a lot more easily. We have a scary moment 10 minutes into the half. Del Morgan plays a short goal kick herself, square to Nat Clark, but it's not quite to Clark. And as a result, Lexi Jones again is able to get in there, and she's on her own in the penalty area from a tightish angle. Of course, Morgan comes up trumps and denies Lexi Jones yet again with a good save. And from the corner comes an absolutely crazy stop. The ball is swept in. Lexi Jones hits it, and she nails it from about 8 yards out. Brilliant reflexes, a dive to her left, and Morgan somehow manages to put it around the post. And it's a corner. Terrific save. It actually catches her face rather than her hands, but her reflexes and hurling herself at it what matter. and it really looked like an absolute cast iron goal. I said it was from a corner, it wasn't, I beg your pardon. It was from us playing out from the goal kick, but then Cairns and Pritchard between them just didn't quite get to the ball, and Francis Jones drove down the flank and put the ball in for Lexi Jones. Beg your pardon for that. They continue to make chances in this early stage. This is all coming before the hour mark. In fact, straight from that corner, the ball comes in, and Davis does well, Phoebe Davis, to clear. It only comes in as far, it goes back out to Mia Davis, who drives in a shot. Good block by Hindon, but the ball drops kindly for Baker, who looks certain to score. She's again on her own, central, just outside the 6-yard box, drills it, but Morgan again, brilliant. This is the big save, the really high quality one for me. Really quick off her line to close it down and makes a fabulous save. So Wrexham have to ride our luck, but then, you know, I say ride your luck. You pick your goalkeeper for a reason. Maybe you could also say we benefit from having an excellent goalkeeper. And then we start to get back into the game. Now we switch wing backs, which is something you don't see very often. Rebecca Pritchard goes onto the left, Amber Lightfoot onto the right. Pritchard, for me, we did this just before half time. Pritchard for me has an excellent second half on the left hand side. She really does well defensively and coming forwards, and she's a bit unlucky 20 minutes into the half when she latches onto the ball and drives down the left superbly, but her final touch is just a bit heavy, and Hayden Jones is really quick off the line, just beat her to it because she's got round the defence. She's got a shooting opportunity with a better first touch, and she also has a chance to square it for players who are in the box. But the next piece of action moments later also involves her. She does really well to win a tackle in a defensive position. Rosie Hughes picks her up in midfield on the left flank and just dinks a terrific little chip to find Lily Jones, and they must have been having deja vu. The TNS defenders, as Lily Jones does ever so well to pick her up, surge past her marker into a central position and drive in a long range shot which goes just wide of the right post. Great effort by her, and Wrexham suddenly have got the initiative. But then TNS make the next opportunity. It's again from our set piece, from our corner. The ball is cleared long, and Lexi Jones looks to be completely in on goal. She's quick. Absolutely outstanding work by Rebecca Pritchard again, who somehow, I don't know how she does it, but manages to accelerate and make an absolutely crucial tackle to stop Lexi Jones, who otherwise was completely clear on goal. We then have a good spell, and I mean, it's a shame really, because TNS will score in the 83rd minute, but from the 79th minute until that goal, we actually create a number of chances that could have given us the lead. Firstly, from a short goal kick by TNS, again, Wrexham caused problems, and Cara Jones, I mean, I know this is going to sound daft, but I've got to mention it. Cara Jones gets it on the right wing, and in the commentary, I mean, she said, well, she scores from the wing like this. She actually does score from these crosses, and whether she's doing it deliberately or not, I'm still not totally sure. I need to ask her. But she does hit another one, which is looking to go inside the far post. Hayden Jones, to be fair, has good footwork, gets back and catches it. So fair enough, but you know, that is a chance, a half chance at least, when Cara Jones is involved. Then we come forwards again a couple of minutes later. It's a great piece of work initially by Hindon to tackle and win the ball. She finds Brooke Cairns, lovely ball by Cairns down the right flank. The word I think that comes to mind is insouciant. She's just got this elegant, relaxed, oh yeah, ball's come to me. I think I'll just waft my foot perfectly at it and float it straight into the path of Ava Suckley. It's a difficult pass. She makes it look like she's not trying, and she nails it perfectly. Suckley then is up against Lewis. Now Lewis is one of the real stalwarts of the Adran Premier, high quality player, a legend for TNS, and she is a tough cookie. You don't get through Lewis easily. The two of them, it's not one of Ava's spectacular skillful moments. It's a battle between two determined players, and of course the wonderful thing about Ava has got such ability, she will fight like hell as well, and she wins It goes on for a good few seconds. The two of them just digging in on this like 50-50 and fighting, and ultimately Suckley's too strong and gets past her, drills a fabulous cross in. Idendon loses a marker on the near post and is fractionally short of knocking it into an empty net. She just can't quite reach it. Rosie Hughes, and of course, we talk about players being unsighted. She is so unlucky because the ball suddenly comes past Idendon to her. She's up full stretch trying to get there. She does manage to make contact, and she can only divert it onto the bar. It's such a big moment. You can't blame her, though, because it's virtually impossible to control. She does well to get contact on it. Where it goes, once she gets contact, she just can't control. So a massive moment for us. And 2 minutes later, another massive moment, having hit the bar in the 79th minute. In the 81st minute, we hit the post. This time, it's Lily Jones doing really well. Lovely lofted ball from midfield, picking out Cara Jones on the right. She drives into the box, into space. She's really getting in behind Dunkley. Idendon is available for a pullback, and Jones instead looks to shoot from a tightish angle and feed it inside the near post. It hits the post and goes behind for a goal kick. With hindsight, yeah, pull it back for Idendon, absolutely. But she is one-on-one. And Cara Jones, despite the fact that she's versatile and can play out wide, she's a striker. And I don't begrudge her going for goal in that situation, quite frankly. So, an opportunity, but unlucky. We immediately make a change. So Karen Allen comes on and Rosie Hughes comes off, and we switch to a 4-4-2. And unfortunately for us, before we were able to settle into that, from the restart, the goal kick, TNS get that goal. It's a ball down the right-hand side, a quick free kick by Mia Davis, a quick thinking by her. Lovett is at left-back now, Clark left-sided centre-back. Lovett attacks it and just misses it. Clark attacks it as it bounces past Lovett, and she can't quite get there either. It's unfortunate. I think if either, they're looking to attack it because they want the winner, and they're fractions off. And it's pulled both of them across the pitch a bit, so our entire back four is now pulled across. It allows the substitute Chapman to get around the back of the defence, and she does exceptionally well to make sure it's a goal, because Karen Allen is in the middle marking Lexi Jones. There comes a point though where Allen has to make the decision, and she makes, to be fair, the correct decision. She's got to come across and try and stop Chapman, because Chapman, if she's allowed to carry on, has got all the time in the world, a one-on-one with Del Morgan. And so, although it's a tight angle, Allen has to come across to try and stop her from shooting, and Chapman knows this, does really well, looks like she's going to shoot, takes her time, and then when Allen is close enough to her, she pulls it back. Lexi Jones got all the time in the world, 6 yards out, and of course Morgan's been pulled across at the near post because Chapman could shoot, and Jones has a simple finish to finally beat Del Morgan and give TNS the lead. After this, TNS go into self-protection mode, but credit to them. I mean, there's a fair chunk of time wasting, but I would waste time if I was in their situation. There's a lot of sitting in a mid to low block, scrapping and clearing, which, again, understandable. But I'm making it sound like an insult. I don't mean it. They handle this part of the game very well, because they also have the threat on the break. We essentially change shape again. We keep the back four, but we sort of go to a front three with Pritchard and Jones on the flanks, Idendon in the middle, and Suckley behind them. And we are really looking to take chances, obviously. And they have a threat on the break because they've still got pace. They've left Lexi Jones on, and they are still coming at us. And in fact, in the second minute of added time, they nearly get a second. Dunkley playing the ball over the top. It's a borderline offside that I honestly can't tell from the footage, because it's just a fraction before Jones is in shot that the ball is played for us by Dunkley. But it's borderline. Flag stays down. Fair enough. Morgan, one last great save. Stands up, forces Lexi Jones again to try and pick the corners, and so she's able to make the parry. Excellent save by Morgan. We go up the other end, and there's one last chance. Third minute of added time. Phoebe Davis does really well. First to win it, then when we lose it, to win it again, and then to pick up a return pass from Lily Jones and play a good ball down the right hand side. Cara Jones rips a great cross into the edge of the 6-yard box. Rebecca Pritchard made an equally impressive run. We've seen her do this so often in mirror image, haven't we? Cutting in from the right to the far post, or the near post as the crosser sees it, to try and get on the end of something. That's how she scored that famous goal in the playoff against Britain Ferry, of course. And she volleys it over from 6 yards out. It's a difficult take. It's a really difficult take. And she just can't get over the top of it. And we lose. Lovely scenes at the final whistle as TNS line up to shake hands with Del Morgan, who has, as I said, distinguished herself in her final league match. And yeah, TNS claim 3rd place. We come 4th, but what a campaign it has been. And in 2 weeks' time, let's go for that Welsh Cup. Let's look at the performances. Hey, guess who I'm going to name as player of the match? Super Del Morgan. There was a brilliant bit in the first half where their Wrexham fans started singing Super Del Morgan in goal, and she acknowledged them. She was utterly magnificent. I mean, a string of glorious saves. Her left-footed distribution was really good. She kept pinging balls out to our wing-backs to get us out when we were under pressure, or if we were playing goal kicks short. She came and dealt with a number of crosses as well. Prime Del Morgan. Absolutely wonderful, and a fitting performance. The only person who wouldn't have appreciated it, I'm sure, was Lexi Jones, because she played really well. She could have had a hatful, but Del Morgan would not let her have a hatful. She just had to be satisfied with the one. Our 3 central defenders, I thought, did well. Phoebe Davis was excellent, actually, I would say. From that early incident where she gets touch tight and puts pressure on Havard, to her consistent strength on the ball and tackling, to her looking to set chances up. I really enjoyed Phoebe's performance. It was classic Phoebe Davis as well, in all honesty. Nat Clark has got real quality in the centre of a 3, made a number of good interventions, used the ball intelligently as well. Erin Lovett had a proper scrap against Chantal Tier, who is quick, and if she's able to use that pace, and she often uses it by the fact that she's a really adept player when it comes to getting a turn in, then she's going to be able to run away from it. But Lovett would not give up. The number of times she'd recover and get a tackle in was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. She's developed massively this season. Our wing backs, who, as I said, switched just before the break. Amber Lightfoot was very involved in the early stages, and a lot of her pressing was very, very good. She wasn't able to quite get into the attacking position she'd longed to, I think, in terms to hurt TNS, but she worked extremely hard up and down the flanks. Rebecca Pritchard, like I said, was solid on the right, and when she switched to the left, it was incredibly impressive. Her work rate was magnificent throughout the second half. It would have been fitting if she managed to put that late chance on target and scored. But yeah, both in terms defensively and going forward, so I thought Pritchard had a cracking game. In the centre of midfield, Mary Gibbard played really well. Again, just like I said in the Cardiff match, just covering situations. She's such a flexible player because she looks good when she's put into the more attacking midfield role, but certainly when she's covering like this, yeah, she did a lot of good work protecting her defence and then using the ball accurately. Brooke Cairns, some of her passing was fabulous. She really was looking to open play out whenever she got it, and she's a useful player that goes in these sorts of games. TNS will press hard, but not maybe, how can I put this diplomatically, in the manner of Britain Ferry, who might press a little bit closer to the line, and Cairns suits that because she is press resistant and can try and hold players off and bring others in. Lily Jones was terrific, absolutely terrific. Really a strength in midfield and to desire to win. Her tackling, her passing, her shooting, she kept looking to make things happen. Really, really good performance from her. Rosie Hughes again. You could just see her quality. My goodness, she is so good dropping off and then turning balls around the corner. She knows where people are over her shoulder. It was terrific. She was so unlucky with the shot that hit the bar as well. And Abby Edendon too, a constant threat. Wasn't able to get a goal on this occasion, but once again creating when she drifts out wide to the right, going close with that header. Chances just didn't quite drop for her, unfortunately, because she's in such good form. You really want them to, don't you? Off the bench, Cara Jones made a real impact on the right-hand side. I mean, she's got terrific energy and pace anyway. Bringing her on as a sub obviously it's going to hurt a team, isn't it? Ava Suckley as well came on at the same time, and she was again, you know what you get with Ava Suckley. As I said, that battle with Lewis sort of sums her up, doesn't it? Physicality and desire, and then an ability to deliver and play a dangerous pass in too. So she was impressive. And Karen Allen didn't have much chance to do much really, because she comes on, they score. Like I said, Allen makes the correct decision on what she does for the goal. It's just she's outnumbered 2-1, and then we're trying to push forwards. So it's tricky for her to make a big impact on the game, in all honesty. But yeah, shame we lost to end the season, but what a league season. Outstanding. And we still got something to look forward to. And at that point in the podcast, I must have inadvertently stopped recording. I don't know how. So, yeah, I've got nothing more to say except see you in Newport. And I'm Mark Griffiths from Wrexham AFC.